there's this guy, Shubhra. So he went to ETH India event on like Bangalore.
Yeah.
So he went there and he shared his Fueler profile and he got job in just 10 minutes. Best part about, I guess, Fueler or proof of work is it guides the conversation. So imagine we are in the call. Imagine it's an interview. So now you have something to talk about. Like you can actually ask me like, how did you work on this project? Okay, what was your, aim, or what was your mission? Okay, who helped to work on this project? That is what Fueler is all about, I would say. You go to any Fueler's profile, you see all the works that they have done. That's it.
Hi, this is Shubham Tiwari and I welcome you to this special edition of Fireside Chats. Today's guest helps knowledge workers showcase their work on internet. He has created an online platform called Phyllo for individuals with multiple skill sets to showcase their proof of work. It's like GitHub, but for generalists. And he's currently bootstrapping Phyllo with his team from small towns and cities in India. He's joining us from a different city, but he's from Tripura, India. Please welcome Riten Debnath. Hi, Riten. Welcome to the Thousand Faces Club.
Yeah, hi Shubham. So thank you so much for having me. And yes, I'm really excited and pumped up to share our journey and everything. Yes.
We are really, really grateful to have you. So let's begin with your team. You have a team which is based remotely and in smaller parts of India. Please tell us about your team and why only smaller parts of India.
So I guess it has to do something with the college day itself, right? So back in my college days, it was not a very big college. It was a tier 3 college, okay, and pretty much that is when the whole team met, and we never thought we would be doing a startup. Eventually, it all started with some small projects, like doing working on things together, okay, and that is how we thought, like we have a nice equation, the chemistry is good enough, we can understand each other, okay. Then eventually things like got matured and we started working on this idea, okay, and today we see it as a Fueler, but previously it was something else. But right now, like we have clarity what exactly we are trying to build, and yeah, that is it.
Right. So please tell our audience what is Fueler. And when I said that it's like GitHub for generalists. So also talk about who is a generalist, because this term is very loaded nowadays. People don't like to be called generalist because they think like we are an expert or we are trying to become an expert. So who is a generalist and why should they use Fueler? You can start from there.
Yeah. So the way I see journalists is essentially, it is, you can say journalists are the people, okay, who has skills, okay, skills, who has skills into multiple things. Imagine a person who is good at copywriting, at the same time, they are good at marketing and product. Okay, so imagine there's a person who has multiple skill set, okay, into different, they have knowledge about different domains, okay, it's not just one thing. So I believe everyone is sort of generalist, okay, they are not specialist, okay. Yes, there are certain skills, okay, which we have to do on a regular basis, but eventually if you see, there are people who are good at multiple things, but if I break this down, okay, on a weekly basis, there will be things that you will be doing on a daily basis, but there will be things that you will be doing maybe once or twice a week, okay. So the way we see it as a v-shaped skill set, okay, where you divide each of your skill set into different blocks, okay, where in between there are skills, okay, which you do it on a regular basis. Maybe you're a content writer but you enjoy marketing as well, okay, maybe you enjoy product management as well, okay. So that is something I would say journalist is all about. Apart from this, the reason we started Fueler is because today we see a huge we see
Demand.
a huge,
Yeah.
huge bandwidth of people coming in the market, especially the Gen Zs who are into different things, right? They're exploring, they're trying out different stuff, they are not happy with just one thing, okay. They are into content writing, they're into Web3, they are into web development, they're into a lot of other things together. So you can say Fueler, we are trying to build Fueler for curious individuals, okay, those who love to try out things and eventually they document them and put them with them, all right. So this is something I faced personally, okay. I have worked on multiple projects, but over time I lost the track of those. So I thought, why not build a simple platform or simple tool where I can just publish my work very simple way. I don't have to care about I have to take care of this or that. It's very easy. Just go put up a description, title, link, and that's it. This
Right.
is how it should be, right? And yeah, in a simple way, it should be on the internet, so that there should be indexing where eventually someone can find you and they can see all the work you have done, right? And not other things. So that is what Fueler is all about, I would say. You go to any Fueler's profile, you see all the works that they have done. That's it.
So it's just about their work and not about, let's say their internet presence, for example,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah,
you
yeah.
write a lot of stuff on internet, like on Twitter, you write, on Instagram, you leave comments. So it's just
Correct.
about your work and not about other activities.
Yeah, it's about your projects. Okay, it's about your
Projects.
projects. So
Yes.
what we have seen, okay, like currently there is a like huge chunk of people, okay, here, like they love to try out different products, like projects, especially, okay, small
Yeah.
projects, side projects. It could be starting a podcast, it could be writing maybe 10 article series, it could be a thread challenge, a lot of other things. So it's not a social product yet, okay, where I can share my regular updates. It's
Yeah.
more like my full stack work portfolio where I can dump in all my projects and all my work. So
Right.
it's more of like the wardrobe thing. I have this wardrobe where I put up all my clothes. Okay, so whenever I'm traveling to some other places, so I pick a duffel bag and carry some of the essential cloth and just carry it, right? So Fuller is
Right.
like that only. Fuller is like that one big wardrobe where you have all your clothes, all your projects. Again, eventually when you want to apply to some career opportunities or maybe share your work to some person or maybe in the community, you can create customized portfolios. So that is the best part about Fuller, where you can create custom portfolios of your career need, where you can remix of your you can create remix of your work. So I can
Right.
add like work from different niche, different domain. So it doesn't have to be the work doesn't have to be for one niche. You can actually mix and share with others. Yes.
Right. So, I mean, see, we are all having a look at your energy right now. You're so pumped when you're talking about Fuller. It's
Right.
like, you're so passionate about your work. We can see it already. So, I had another question in mind, but I'll, come to your community,
Right.
the Fuller community, because, since we can see you're so passionate and, it shows in the community as well. I've been a part of your WhatsApp group for the last 1 week, and I see such amazing, people there. It's a buzz with activity all the time. So, I mean, this passion, how did you translate into others? And let's go to the basics. What is this community about, and how did you build it?
Yeah, so one like one fine day, I was thinking, so every day, I come across different resources on the internet, right? Especially, building a startup from a very small place, where like there are so many things that you face on a regular basis. So I was like, there would be so many other people, who would be interested to work or build something of their own, isn't it? So I was like, like let me just put this up on the internet, maybe just create a community where I can share all the resources, all of the things that I learned. It was as simple as that. Then eventually, I named it We Are Fuelers, because that is what our product says, right? And also people relate it. So I guess the fundamental reason here is just the care for people, like
Right.
you just care for them. I guess there is no secret sauce to it. It's all, it has been always about caring for others, right? How can we
Right.
help them, right?
Right.
How can you add value to their life? Okay, not because we have so we have ourselves faced a lot of problems in our life, so that the other person doesn't face it. So like, why not have a community,
Right. Right.
help each other in any way we can, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So you build this community on WhatsApp only, or is this
No,
another
we have
space?
we have a Discord server as well. But
Okay.
in the last 3 months, you can say in the last 3 months, I've started becoming more active on WhatsApp communities. Okay, so
Right.
I've started making new friends on WhatsApp communities. So that is when I thought of creating this WhatsApp. I was like very much inactive on WhatsApp, but eventually I found some of the amazing people through WhatsApp. So I thought
Right.
of making a community on WhatsApp as well. So maybe down the line we'll have one on Telegram, and let's see. But we have a Discord community where like we have a big community there. We have more people engaging and doing stuff. But I thought of creating one more WhatsApp that is again personal to me, because whatever I learned, that is more of spontaneous. So whatever
Right.
I'm randomly getting on the internet, I just share it over there. Yes.
Got it. So how big is your community right now in terms of members?
So we can see the whole collective. If you see, Fueler community is more about 15,000 plus people across
Okay.
different social platform, and it's pretty huge. Why? Like, I know the number is not big, but in when it
Oh,
terms
it
of
is. I mean, yeah, impressive.
interacting with them, so whenever we get to whenever we get some random message, that is when I feel like, okay, wow, this is amazing. And most of the people have joined the community by word of mouth. They share with others and they tell, hey bro, you should join here, it's really good. So that is how they discover Fueler and they come in. So recently we had this meetup in Calcutta. Okay, and that is when a lot of people came in. Okay, so we had registration of 150 members. Okay, they showed interest, out of which we just had to invite 30 plus people. Okay, and the first question that was asked to them was, how do you discover Fueler? Okay, and the first thing that they told was, like, my friend has told me, some other person has told me to join here and to come to the community. So I believe that is something very unique and very special to us, because people are speaking about it, isn't it, and
Yeah,
sharing about
absolutely.
it.
Absolutely. And if you ask me how did I hear about Fueler, then it was again one of the community members of Fueler,
Yeah, Rahman, I guess it's Rahman,
Rahman.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
he just told me that you have to speak with this guy, and you have to find out how this community is working. So about your day-to-day involvement in this community, how much time are you devoting to it? And let's say if I ask you, how much time a founder should give to his or her community?
So, see, again, it depends on the startup, right? It depends on the idea or the market you're playing into. So, our idea is more into consumer centric, where we help people create proof of work, right? We help people create, essentially, like, keeping aside the proof of work part. Our main goal or mission at Fueler is to help people become productive, to help become invincible in their career. So,
Right.
Fueler represents an individual. Okay, I as an individual, how can I be invincible? Okay, how can I be, like, what how can I be a champion in the career, right? So that is when Fueler comes in. So your profile will speak about your career, whatever you have done. Okay, and whenever you can share your profile. Okay, and people cannot simply resist you. So I'll give you a simple example right now. So there is
Yeah.
this something happened very recently. I shared it in the group as well. There's this guy Shubra. Okay, so he went to Eat India. That was this event on like Bangalore.
Yeah.
It happened a few days back only. So he went there. Okay, and he shared his Fueler profile, and he got job in just 10 minutes.
Wow.
That was like a benchmark for me. Like, I
Wow.
was like, wow. Like, I just got this message early in the
Impressive.
morning, and like, he just told me, hey bro, like, I shared my profile and I just got like the job in just 10 minutes, because they saw my work, just asked me some of the questions, and it was as simple as that. And the best part about, I guess, Fueler or like proof of work is, it guides the conversation. So imagine we are in the call. Okay,
Yeah.
and imagine it's an interview. Okay, so now you have something to talk about. Like, you can actually ask me, like, how did you work on this project? Okay, what was your aim, or what was your mission? Okay, who helped to work on this project, right? So I guess for the community part as well, it was all what it was again random, and again we followed what our community demanded. Okay, whatever they needed help with, so we worked upon those, and we always help them with
Right.
those.
Right. Right. So I mean, let's come to some basics here. You spoke about proof of work, right? So can you please tell us why is proof of work important for anyone on internet? And
Correct.
I mean, how do you create an impressive proof of work?
Okay. So proof of work essentially represents, okay, whatever okay, and you build something tangible out of it, right? Something that you can showcase to other. Okay. So imagine, like, I am good at people skill. Okay, I enjoy talking to people, right? So
Yeah.
what could be the proof of work for this? So I can just come up with maybe 10 series of, okay, 10 series of talking with people on the internet. Like,
Yeah.
just a video call.
Podcast.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Simple
That's it.
podcast.
Okay,
Yeah.
simple podcast, right? So that is
Yeah.
my proof of work, and eventually I can show it to any community or maybe any startup. Hey, like, are you looking for any community person? Are you looking to host any podcast or something? Okay,
Yeah.
I can help you with that. And that is the moment you simply don't tell them, you just simply share with them. See, I have done podcast of 10 series, I have invited 10 people to talk with me about this part. I guess that is the best thing ever a person can do, isn't it? So
Yeah.
like, that is how I would put up proof of work. And like, proof of work has been always here, right? So let me give you one more simple example. Imagine you have been to any restaurant. Okay, and you have like, you have you have tasted a food, like any food. Okay,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
really liked it. So the first thing that would come to your mind, okay, who's the chef behind? Okay, let me just go meet it. Okay, I do this usually. Okay, I
Okay.
enjoy like food and like cooking and stuff. So I like imagine you went to the person and like, hey, this was really good and stuff. Okay, like, the food was really good. So imagine the next time you have an event in your home, you will definitely call that chef, or maybe, hey, like, come and cook for us, because I enjoyed your food. Because that is what proof of work has always been, right? So right now it's on the internet, and you can say, we are trying to create a structure for it. Okay, so that whenever someone comes to the platform, the Fueler, they can eventually find people and see their work, and then get on a conversation right?
Right.
So we are not a hiring platform, you can say. We are simply like helping people discover where you can find high agency people who are willing to show what they know, okay,
Right.
not simply claiming what they know, like.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is something we are trying to solve.
So you basically let your work speak, and
Correct.
speaks for itself, and you're
Correct.
providing this platform to many people. So let's come to the, let's say, the end process of this, like monetizing your efforts, right? If you're coming to Fuller, you're showcasing your work
Correct.
in the hope that you get either hired, or you get a project or a collaboration maybe. So
Correct.
how do these people, Fullers, let's call them Fullers, how do they monetize their efforts?
Right. So we are currently calling this, like we openly say this. Okay, Fuller is a tool right now. Okay, so you come here, you publish your work, okay, and you create portfolios, beautiful looking portfolios, and apply into different opportunities. Okay, so we are not yet currently it as a calling it as a platform, because platform we will call it platform only when it has two-sided effect to it, right? So currently just one-sided. We are focusing on the consumer side of it. Okay, we are helping people, like this is how you should do it, this is how you document it, okay, this is the project you should create, okay, maybe you are interested in this, so maybe create this project. So that is something we are helping with. So currently we are not promising them anything that you come here, publish your work, and some companies will hire you from here.
Right.
Not now at least, but eventually that is the plan. Okay, we have some amazing plans coming in where like a person like in just a snap they can like apply to opportunities, and that has to be very quick. To put this in a very simple way, we want to bring fun into the career part. Okay, so imagine you have proof of work, okay, you have work done, okay, and you are confident. Okay, now you're not scared of sitting in an interview, right?
Yeah.
You are very
Yeah.
much confident because you have done
Yeah,
something.
that's a good point. Yeah.
Exactly, right. So the F on Fuller, that spelling, so that is about fun. Okay, so we want to bring that fun into career where you are learning something and creating something, right? And that is when you get into an interview, you are confident because you have done something and you can speak about it, right? Someone cannot stop you just because you're so much passionate about your work. So currently I wouldn't say like someone can come to the platform and expect that some people will reach out to them. Okay, this
Yeah.
is not happening currently. We are more like a tool right now. You come here, publish your work, and create beautiful looking portfolios. Okay, then eventually we have something coming in, okay, where you can expect some of the amazing thing coming in, where brands are also involving into proof of work, right? So let me give you small gist of it. So currently when brands hire, they look for your resumes and part, right? So we are
Yeah.
going extra miles where brands would be filtering you out through proof of work. So that is something we are currently planning, and it's in the alpha phase. We are working with some of the startups, some of the brands, and they are totally like enjoying the thing, because they have been always looking for such folks who understand their startup. Okay,
Yeah.
so imagine you have a brand, okay, and you are having to explain all of the things what happens in a company. So now there is a case where a person who has already like learned about your startup, they're already creating proof of work for you and simply sharing with you, hey, like just check it out, I have done this for you, right?
Right.
So imagine the kind of like time you would save in that in that case, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
This is something we are trying to build at Fuller, and yes, you
and
will
and
see.
you're and you're bootstrapped right now.
Yes,
That's
fully
amazing.
bootstrapped.
So please tell us, Riten, give us some insights into the business of Fuller. How do you, let's say in very simple language, how do you make money at Fuller?
Right. So currently we have a plan of like Fuller Premium. Okay, but like you can say we are not focusing on that part. Okay, currently, because we have done some experiments. Okay, we have done a revenue of $10,000 as well. Okay, and it was pretty nice. Okay, and we have got our
Mhm.
validation. Okay, you can say people are already using Fuller, and they are using it for different career use cases now. So you didn't believe like there are users who are using Fuller as a foundation for their website as well. So they have
Oh,
their own
okay.
personal website, but they're redirecting their link to Fuller profile. Okay, also, since I told you about custom portfolios, so people are actually creating website and they are giving multiple sections to it. Okay, and each section represents different portfolio into Fuller. So you can say
Right.
Fuller is working acting as their foundation, where they don't have to take care of like the things from basic. Okay, so coming to the money part again, we are currently focused more on the like value part of it. Value, how we can onboard more people also,
Right.
because there were brands we were working with, so they were looking for multiple talents, and we were like, we don't have them currently, so let us work on the supply side of it, where we can onboard more like talented people, okay, where quality people, so that we can give you more options, right?
Right.
So that is the reason we stopped that part and currently focusing more on the value side of it, the growth side of it. where you
Right.
onboard more people.
But
Yeah.
you're betting very heavily on the community, right?
Yes, I guess that is our strength. Like if you ask me honestly, I guess, and thanks to the team, actually, the whole team, and the whole community, and it all happened because of Twitter. I give like credits to Twitter like openly. I guess it was all because of Twitter. We found our community, our people who
Right.
found us. They really enjoy talking to us, and
Right.
they gave us all the value and like all the shout out and everything. So yeah, I would say Fuller exists because of the community.
So, Riten, that's very interesting. Can you talk more about how Twitter helped you grow this community?
Okay. So, so we were on different platforms, previously. Okay. So, and I believe any startup idea, okay, any early validation, okay, it happens only when you get feedback from people who are early adopters, right? Who try your product and give you early feedbacks, right? So you can see in our case, we found all of those people on Twitter. Okay. And, one people led to other, and you wouldn't believe, we have DM to 1000 people. Okay, just
Okay.
told them,
Uh-huh.
hey, like we are building this platform, please, give us feedback, like can you help us, like how can we improve and stuff. So that is how we grew, and they they saw us like working really hard on this, right? And like you can say, there is no secret sort of sauce again. Okay, like the whole team was on Twitter. We were actively engaging, we are giving value. Okay, we were not like randomly commenting, we were like actually adding value to people, and that is something the other people saw, and they shared about us to other people. And
Right.
I believe every startup is all about people, right? The people, eventually people build startup, right? Not the other way around, isn't it? So
Yep. Well said.
like the people, because every time they speak with us, they are like, like the team is really good. The people I'll talk with, they're always helping us selflessly. So for me, again, I guess there's no secret sauce. Like you just have to care about your people, that's it. Okay, and do
Yeah.
things that don't scale. That is a very famous line from Paul Graham. So I guess that thing worked for us really well.
So when you talk about DMing, let's say thousands of people on Twitter, who are these people? Who are these early adapters? What's the ICP looks like,
Yeah,
if
so
you call
these
them?
were the people who had projects, like who had something, who were not tinkering out with different things. They were building some stuff. They were trying out this, they were trying with that. Okay, and like they didn't have any specific platform. Most of them had their own profiles. Okay, like maybe website, you can say they had their Notion page, but again, it lacks discovery. Okay, so that is when we pitched him. We told them, okay, like why not try this simple tool, okay, where you just publish your work, as simple
Right.
as that, and after that you create beautiful looking portfolios. And that is when they were like, yeah, let's try it out. And yeah, I guess that thing worked for us. And our ICP was very simple, because we just found people who were creating. Okay,
Yeah.
so we started with developers, designers, then eventually we moved into just writers and marketers. Right now our focus is writers and marketers. Okay,
Right.
and when we were focusing on this, okay, we already found designers and developers already using Fueler. And
Yeah.
there are developer on Fuelers, you wouldn't believe, watching their profile, you would be confused, okay, what this guy is, because this guy has created Web3 projects, this guy is writing articles on the internet, this guy is having podcasts. So like there are amazing people, and this generalist thing is just exploding. Every day we are surprised with so many
Right.
profiles that we get to see.
Let me tell you who that person is. He's a fueler.
Yes. Correct. I guess that is when people are confident, right? When you are able to speak about your work. And that
Yeah.
is something we have been always trying to solve. Education system, we keep blaming the education system, right? Education system, like there should be this, there should be that. But I believe proof of work is one of those things which is going to validate what you have learned, right? Because
Absolutely. Yeah.
that is something we are very much bullish on.
Yeah. Yeah. And your point, the point you made earlier about when you create a proof of work, when you actually see yourself, like what all you have done, it gives you confidence. It gives you,
Correct.
a very, it's like mind maps to talk about, about your work.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's amazing.
Exactly.
So then you
And
talked about, Web3 as well. And, Web3 is upon us. We can see in many ways. I'll come to AI part as, later on, because AI is also, open AI is just all over the news. So
correct.
in the Web3 world, what would the proof of work look like? I mean, in terms of both design as well as, let's say, value.
Right. So, in terms of like Web3, are you asking about the blockchain part of it, like the application part of it? What exactly you want to?
I mean, let's
Uh,
say I'm a generalist
right.
who's looking to showcase my work in Web3 in a
Correct.
very desirable way where I can
Correct.
find actual value.
Correct.
So let's say let's start from design.
Correct. So again, like, at Fueler, okay, anybody can come and they can showcase their work. And already we have folks who are in Web3 and they are showcasing their work on Fueler. Fueler
Okay.
is simply a tool, right? It's
Okay.
already a tool. But if we discuss the platform side of it, the
Yeah.
blockchain side of it, where I have to mint my work, okay, that is something we have to think upon. Okay, we
Yeah.
haven't made the switch yet. Okay, where I'm going to like enable you to mint your work on the internet. Okay, so that nobody can replace it. Okay, so we are yet to work on that side of it. Okay, if you ask me, are we moving into the Web3
Yeah.
part? See, again, it is going to be very much intensive for us. You can say we are not ready for that yet. Also, the market is not ready for that yet. So our goal is to make people aware of proof of work first, then eventually give them an opportunity where they can mint their work. So that is
Right.
again a different channel for us, right?
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I would say we have several Web3 people on Fueler already. You just go to a discover page, fueler.io/discover. Just go there, type Web3 there, and you will find folks who are showcasing their Web3 works already there.
Speaking of showcasing, I hope Riten gives us, more time for a masterclass where he can actually show us, the entire platform and how to, create proof of work. So, and Riten, you talked about, creating awareness around proof of work at this stage.
Correct.
I mean, you maintain a blog at Fueler, and I think that's around the same, theme, creating awareness. So what kind of content, should a generalist read? And
Okay.
what kind of content you're putting on your blog?
Okay, so like in terms of journalists, okay, most of the people I found, okay, who are journalists, they're into startups. Okay, either they are, they have worked with startup very closely. Okay, they are founders themselves. Okay, or maybe they are early stage startup team. Okay, so in what has worked for me is, you can say, like the articles of Paul Graham. Okay, so like he has some amazing contents on the internet. Okay, so I believe the way he takes you to a journey, right? The way he explains a startup, okay, what happens and everything. And most of the time, I would say a journalist is a result of being hyper curious, okay, about different things in your life. Okay, how
Right.
this is happening, how that is happening. Okay, even for me, okay, it was always about curiosity. Okay, it was always about how this thing work. Okay, how that thing work. Okay, how this company is making this money, how this company is having business model, how this company is hiring this many people. Okay, how this company is managing this many people. So I believe every journalist is driven by curiosity. Okay, you cannot train someone to become a journalist. Okay, it's because of their curiosity. Okay, they are hyper curious about everything in their life, right? So like for me, there is no any like fine formula for this. Just maybe read this, read that. But I would say there are a few newsletter you can follow. One, a very popular Stoa Daily. Okay, so one should definitely go and read their newsletters, because they're really amazing. They're in depth, like analysis over career and education. Okay, and how you should see a business. Okay, and apart from that, the articles of Paul Graham. Okay, and there's this one more newsletter, that is the Generalist. Okay, that is again a very good one. Okay, it would make you a very, like it would make you see the world very differently. Then there is this one more, like I would like to mention, like fs.blog. It's really, again, it's really nice, by Farnham Street. Okay, it's really nice again. So you can go and find mental models, and you can like read about business, about people, about life. Okay, there's one more on my mind, I'm sorry.
Please, yeah,
Oh,
sure.
wait, but why? So that is again a very, very good one. Okay, so like it's again a very nice one should definitely go check it out.
Amazing. Are you a generalist yourself?
So like yes, I have to be, right? So running a startup, you have to wear multiple hats, right? So you have to take care of a lot of things, I believe. Okay, and yes, definitely it's by like it's by
By design, I
what
guess.
yes, you have to just take it up. Okay, like, and then again, curiosity is your compass again, right? Nobody can train you
Good
for
one. Yeah.
this, right? And
Yeah,
society cannot train you for this. Okay, you have to be that person.
absolutely. Any message that you'd like to give to your community?
Yes, I guess the first would be, like, I'm really humbled and very, very much thankful, like, for all the supports, they have been doing, like, like unconditionally. I have no words, literally. Okay. Anytime anytime, any point of time we get any good news, okay, like, we definitely share with them and tell them it was all because of you. Be it on Twitter, be it on LinkedIn, be it on WhatsApp, whatever it is, it's all same and consistent. So I would say all the credits and all the things that we have achieved till today, it was all because of community and definitely the team, the ever hardworking team. Maybe someday down the line we'd be able to do the podcast together with the team. Okay,
Right.
where like you can see the whole energy of the team, how they're interacting and everything. So we
Right.
are always like that, right?
And Yeah, and you have chapters in different cities,
Yeah,
Phyllo
yeah,
chapters. So
correct.
what do they do in those meetings,
Yeah,
meetups?
yeah. Like for chapters, currently we are rolling out this new thing called proof of work curriculum. Okay, so we are, like we are hell bent on this proof of work thing. Okay, like imagine, so again, proof of work is very much new, right? Proof of work is again very much new to a lot of people. They, we randomly get question, hey, like what is proof of work? How to create this? Even if we have a lot of resources. So
Right.
currently through chapters, this is one of our way we are going to, like push it forward. Okay, we are trying to create distribution for our the whole brand. Okay, so we are trying to create awareness. Okay, we are going to have SPOC for each of the chapters, where like there'll be weekly meetups, there could be like online meetups. Also we have some crazy amazing plans coming in for meetups. So 12 cities. Okay, four meetups every week, and all of them are going to be very different. Open air meetup, book hopping meetup, then like cloud kitchen meetup. Okay, and yeah, there are multiple formats we are planning. Okay, let's see, we have some cool things planning up. Okay, let's see how it goes.
That's amazing, and we wish you all the best with all your new ventures and ideas that you're implementing. One last thing, are you planning to go international with Fueler? Let's say with your
We
meetups, with your chapters and
Okay.
events.
We already have international audience. Okay, like we already have people from outside India. Okay, they are using Fueler. Okay, we have starts for that. But yes, unfortunately, currently we cannot go outside, right? For meetup. But yes, definitely there is a plan. Okay, and maybe start with chapters as well. But I haven't thought anything yet of the chapters. Okay,
Right.
because we have very much limited users who are, like we have to, again, our team is very small. Okay, the bandwidth is very less currently, but down the line we are planning to raise and stuff as well. Okay, and when that thing happens, so yeah, I guess that is something we are doing eventually, yes,
That's
with the
that's
city
just
and meetups.
amazing. Riten Debnath, thank you so much for your time. You're a bundle of energy. You're doing so many things, and you're still helping your community, because I see it, because I'm a part of it now. I see it. You're just there from the morning till very late in the night. So just amazing what you're doing at Feelers. We wish you all the best. And anything that you want to say at this point, if I forgot to ask you anything you'd like to add?
I guess nothing essentially. Okay, it's always, see, any startup, whoever is watching this, any founders. Okay, I would say go talk to people, meet with people. Because eventually you are building for people, not some alien, right? So learn about people. Okay, like learn about their motivation, learn about their incentives. Okay, what they like, what they don't like. Okay, and startups are very hard journey. Okay, it's very very hard. There was a time I used to tell people, hey, go startup, do startup. But right now I don't tell people go do startups. Okay, it's very
Right.
very hard. Okay, you have to see some of the hardest days in your life. Okay, so I glad I took this decision of doing startup, because and I also bootstrapping, because bootstrapping has made us this creative. Okay, like currently for anything, any sort of plan, we are, like the whole team is brainstorming, because they know what we have to bring into the table. Okay, we are
Right.
not simply throwing money and saying this will be done. Right now we are
Absolutely.
actually putting in effort, and we are actually thinking how this would bring impact, how this would help this many people. Even if the number is only 50 people, it's enough, we are happy with it, because those 50 people are going to
Take
speak
care. Yeah.
500 people eventually, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
any person, anyone who is watching this video, if you are planning to start up, I would say go talk to people, create on the internet, also start internet farming. This is something where I'm also working on. Okay, internet farming is very much similar to that is something you do on the land. So currently it's on the internet. Okay, you create on the internet. Okay, you make your living from internet. So that is what internet farming is all about.
Can you
Okay.
expand a little more on that?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is very interesting.
absolutely. So internet farming is very much similar to what we do on the land, but on land it's very much limited. But on the internet, it's ever evolving, right? It's getting bigger and bigger, right? So internet farming is essentially anything that you create on the internet and make your living through it. Okay, and it's
Okay.
already happening. Okay, so you can say just I'm just giving a name to it. Okay, and trying to create, trying to bring more people into the internet where they are creating and make their living. And this is going to help people essentially coming from people who are in small cities. Okay, see, talent is something, like you would find everywhere. Given a chance, they will prove themselves, and that is why proof of work is going to be one of those things where people are eventually proving themselves and they are confident about it, right?
Yeah.
So wait until we are bringing our video proof of work, where you can see people speaking about their work, right, in an excitement, not just their work and words. So they're actually speaking about their work through the expression and through their words. So yeah, like that is it. Thank you so much. Like I have no words. I'm pretty much surprised, like that, like we have got this opportunity to speak with you, to share
Yeah,
about our journey. Okay, what Phyllo is all about, right? So I hope a lot of people watch this, and yeah, I hope it helps them.
absolutely. It will be helpful because you have been very clear about your ideas. You have clarity in your thoughts and in your action that we can see. So thanks again, Riten. Lastly, if you'd like to nominate anyone for our show here. So
Okay.
yeah,
So yes, Mehul Fanawala. So I would nominate him because he's one of the, like, person I really admire. Okay, like he has been, like on the Twitter helping out a lot of people. He's full of energy again. Please talk to him. Okay, please I'll nominate him. Please like have them on the show, and I'm sure he's going to add a lot of value. Right?
thank you so
Yeah.
much. We'll surely reach out to him. And thanks to our audience for sticking with us. We'll see you in the next episode of the Fireside Chats. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
And cut. That's it for today's episode, guys. If you really liked it, please subscribe to the Thousand Faces Club and press the bell icon below so that you don't miss any videos from us. Thank you.